once you really understand the problem, if you're creative and resourceful anyway, as an entrepreneur should be, you're able to really just dig in and solve a lot of the issues which aren't being met. Most people don't know their customers well enough. They think they do, but they haven't done the digging. You know, you've got to really do some digging to find out like the deep root issues. And you know, what's that? You'll know better than me. What's the saying regarding big problems?
PhD in your customers' problems.
Yeah, and there's another one. Big price tag for big problems or something.
Yeah, the bigger the problem, the bigger the need. The bigger the need, the more they'll pay.
Yeah, there you go. You said it better than me, mate. So been doing this for years, haven't you?
Yeah.
So
I wrote it.
So yeah, I think it's understanding what their clients are going through and being able to articulate that. It's as simple as that, right? Once you really understand the problem, if you're creative and resourceful anyway, as an entrepreneur should be, you're able to really just dig in and solve a lot of the issues which aren't being met. And so I had that same approach with the other businesses that I launched during the lockdown. One of them was ubiquitous, which means to be everywhere at once. You know, we realized that myself and another KPI basically said, you know, let's just join forces here. He had an amazing online community of business owners called Tears of Freedom, which basically helps a lot of people structure their finances, a lot of other stuff, self-development, brilliant course. And within that, I said, look, a lot of these business owners, they're spending 50 hours a month. We did various polls to find this out, 50 hours a month on social media. And, you know, editing videos, right? Making subtitles, doing all this sort of stuff. It's, you know, choosing the right picture for your quote. It's not KPI tasks, right? So whenever I see questions on our Dent group, I feel a bit bad sometimes. Someone's like, what's the best app to use for making subtitles? And I always write, I'm like, it's not a KPI task.
No,
next question.
There's a toxic addiction to tools and hacks and it's like get a virtual assistant. I can't
afford I can't afford a virtual assistant. Well, can you afford not to have a virtual assistant?
Yes.
You know, what do you
sell something?
Anyway, so we created this business, which essentially it's very, very simple. But you know, instead of spending 50 hours a month, they spend 1 hour or even 30 minutes where they make 4 talking point videos where they're 3 minutes each on their phone, straight to camera, send to the team, and the team repurpose it into, you know, 16 by 9 square vertical stories, polls, blogs, quote pics, everything. And it gets 200 plus posts or whatever a month go out across 6 platforms. And suddenly we launched this, and overnight it was a 6-figure business on day one. And you know, we had like 50 members sign up, and it was incredible. So I started to develop various different businesses during lockdown, just because I had more time, really. You know, because everything was online with the Warrior Academy. I wanted to create various different businesses to kind of keep all of my team in work, because a lot of them were freelancers in the Philippines. So I was like, well, here's a new business you can now work in, or to provide more security for us. What if this goes on for a long time? What if the sales drop or whatever? So having various routes to generate revenue was important for us. Then we started another business. I partnered with this production house, F10X. We called it F10X Academy, and we launched a podcast. I did like 60 days of podcasts in a row. We had some amazing guests on there, and we launched a business alongside that, which was called F10X Evolve. And because we had launched WarriorNet so well as an online course, we started bringing businesses in Dubai, which are very physical. We're talking lifeguards, wine tasting, you know, all these different businesses which are very physical. We gave them an online asset. We basically filmed them for half a day, built them an online course, and then taught them how to release it in the oversubscribe method. And said, there you go. Now you can survive with COVID. And it was really cool. It was really amazing, inspiring work, because you know, they were completely stuck, and you could see they didn't know what to do. But by the end of it, they were actually really excited about the potential of what they could now do.